Hello guys, good afternoon. How are you today?
Good afternoon, teacher. Fine, thank you.
Excellent. Okay guys, well, let's go because the last time we had class, I asked you to finish the very last activity. So the last one was pending to finish for homework and we were going to share it today. And with this, we were going to finish with the unit 7. So please go to the very last part of the
7-3, present perfect and past simple.
Let's go to the very last part, please.
Number 1, number 2.
So here it said that you had to describe your life experience and you had to write a sentence introducing the experience like with the present perfect and then another one providing details about that experience using the past simple, right? Okay, so let's go then and check. Welcome everyone. I was telling Guillermo and Jose that we were going to check the very last part of the exercise on the unit 7 grammar past and perfect and past simple. So this is like to conclude the unit 7. Let's go then and check it out. So now, a strange food you've eaten. Tell me, Guillermo, a strange food you've eaten.
Yes, I have eaten rabbit.
Rabbit?
Yes.
Now tell me more about it.
Rabbit. Okay.
Tell me more about it.
It's
Did you like it?
Yes, it's similar with the chicken.
Similar to chicken, okay.
Yes. But it's más, how do you, soft? It's
Soft?
blunt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Soft.
But
Okay.
it's good.
Okay. Where, when did you eat it?
In the isn't travel in the Costa Rica?
Okay. Is it a common dish there?
No,
No?
no, but it's the menu as a stretch menu.
French menu, yeah, definitely.
Exotic.
Okay. Thank you. Now I'm going to ask Jose Ruiz, something you've tried but didn't like.
I have eaten crickets
Okay.
in Chiapas, but I didn't like it.
You didn't like it, okay. Like the insect or like in powder or how, what presentation?
Like the insect.
In the insect, okay.
Yeah.
Susana, a movie you've seen?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. Movie. Let me check here. I have seen an amazing Spider-Man movie.
Okay. When did you see it?
A few weeks ago, around 1 month.
Okay, around a month. Very good. Thank you. Alondra, an injury you had?
My nails have broken when I took off my false nails.
Okay. Really? Is this true?
Just one of my nails, but it hurts.
Okay, yeah, I think so. Jose Maria, a book you read?
Yeah, I have read a book of horror.
Horror? Okay. A horror book? Letter F, Guillermo, a famous person you've met or seen.
I haven't seen a famous person yet, but I met a
I was going to ask you, do you remember around 2011? No, it wasn't 2009, 2008, around that. That Fast and Furious movie was being recorded in Magdalena. Didn't you go and see
Yeah.
the actors?
I remember, but I know
You didn't go?
no, I went,
Okay.
but I I meet players, baseball players, but
Okay. Well, they're famous people at the end.
yes,
Yes, so famous players of baseball or
yeah, the baseball.
okay. Thank you. Jose Ruiz, another country you've been to?
I have been in USA.
You have been to the USA? Okay,
Last year, I went to Utah.
excellent. Thank you. Okay, guys, so with this, we are finishing the unit 7. Now we're gonna go and start with the unit 8. The unit 8 in vocabulary, grammar, reading, use of English, and writing. Okay, probably we're not gonna we don't have time to do every single activity, so I'll try to choose like the best ones, okay? And in order to start, we're gonna have our introduction discussion. So it says in here, introduction discussion. This is for 4 students, and it says in here, students work in groups of 3 to 4 and open the corresponding pages. So I have 5 students here. I'm going to make groups. I'll make groups of 3 and 2. Yeah, I'll make groups of 3 and 2 so you can discuss this, okay? So the team of 3, you're gonna like each one, this is like for each one of you, and then the last one you can ask like among you like randomly. And the ones that are for 2, well, you will have two rounds of questions. It's like student 1 and student 3 and student 2 and student 4 will be the same. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me make the groups. I'll make them. Okay, so let's see. In the room 1, I'm going to have Alondra, Jose Valenzuela, and Jose Ruiz. And in the second room, I'll have Guillermo and Susana. It's about to start, okay? Come back when you finish discussing the questions. So, hello. How was your
Hello.
conversation time?
It was amazing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So as you can see, the title of the unit is the environment. So you were discussing things about pollution, recycling, global warming, and things like that, right? Okay, I'm gonna wait for Guillermo and Susana. So let's give them 2 more minutes for them to join us so they don't lose anything we can say, okay?
Okay, teacher, thanks.
We're here.
Excellent. Okay, welcome back, everyone. So who would like to tell me a little bit about what you discussed, like in general?
For the contamination.
Okay, yes, it was about contamination, pollution, etc. So I don't know. Let me just ask one question from each of the gaps, and you tell me just like in general what you were discussing. Okay. So.
We talk about the principal problem is the global warming.
Okay, global warming as a big problem, okay.
Yeah.
And did you comment, I don't know, maybe some ideas to recycle or to reduce or something like that? Or not really?
Not really.
Okay, don't worry. I mean, we're gonna keep talking about that environmental thing, the whole unit. So let's go and start with the next activity we have. Please go to the grammar part, 8.1, connecting the past and present, number 1, please.
Well, grammar 8.1.
Yes, exactly. Connecting the past and present, 1.
Okay.
Grammar.
Mhm.
Okay, so here it says, connecting the past and the present. And here we have a sentence example, and it says, there aren't any fish in this lake anymore. Where have they all gone? I'm sorry, what's going on here? Okay, the first sentence in green, I have present And anymore will means like anymore. It's like they aren't anymore, which means that they used to be, but they're not anymore. And in the second one, I'm asking, where have they all gone? I'm asking with the present perfect, but referring to something that happened in the past, right? And the effect in the present is that we don't have them anymore. Now, present perfect simple, the past and the present. As we studied in Unit 7, English speakers use the present perfect to connect the past with the present. The present perfect always gives information about the present. Why? Remember that the present perfect is focusing or focuses on something that is started in the past, right? The original or the main action was in the past. The thing is that it has effect in the present because let's say that you still remember about it, or it is something that you still have or you still do, right? For example, we've run out of milk. What does that mean? I mean, it means that we bought milk, but it's over, we run out of it, which means that we don't have it no more, right? So it affects the present, it has effect in the present because in the present, I don't have milk. You've embarrassed her. Now she's crying. This is something that you've done. Even though you did it in the past, the situation that she's embarrassed is happening in the present. Steve isn't here. He's gone home for the day. Okay, here also, we're talking about, oh, I'm sorry. We're talking about something that, I mean, he's not here. He left. He left in the past. But if I say he's gone home for the day, it means that he is still at home because it's like the effect, right? So that's why the past can be connected to the present when we use present perfect. Now let's talk about passive voice. Remember, we have already discussed about the passive voice. Okay, now it says in here, the passive voice form of the present perfect is have or has plus been and the past participle. So it's basically the same. The difference is that we're gonna add been between the auxiliary verb have or has and the past participle form of the verb whatever, right? For example, the door has been closed. What does this mean? That the door was closed in the past, but it's still closed in the present. That's why it's a little warmer in here. We need to call a repair company. One of the car windows has been broken. Your application has been denied, has been canceled, has been delivered. Things like that we can find like in applications of like, for example, such as Amazon or Shein or like that. When you buy something, you can find this type of messages. Your product has been delivered or has been sent. Yes?
In this passive voice, in which part of the sentence do you put the attention? I don't remember this part.
Oh yeah, remember the active voice is focused in the one who's doing the action, right? And in the passive voice, we are focusing on what happened. Because why? Because when we use passive voice, it is because we don't know who did the action. It is not relevant. I mean, it's not important. Or because it's somebody who, I mean, even though I know who did it, probably I don't actually know that person that much, or it's someone like, I don't know, for example, if I say here, your application has been denied, I mean, I don't know who denied it. Probably was someone who worked in the university or whatever, but I don't know, right? So it's like, so it has been denied.
Okay.
And I don't know who did it, or it's, as I said, it's not relevant, or it's like, it's general. I mean, it wasn't just one person.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. But the effect, I mean, the present perfect, it is exactly the same as in the passive voice. The perfect, I mean, I'm talking about the use or the effect, right? It is exactly the same effect, same use. The difference is that here we're not focusing in the subject, we're focusing in what happened, right, in the object. New information. It is popular to use the present perfect to discuss new or recent happenings. Because of this, it is commonly used to report the news. For example, have you heard the news? Wendy's had her baby. It's a boy. So here, have you heard the news? It's very common like to try to connect something that happened recently to the present, right? Have you seen the news? Have you heard the news? Have you seen Laura or have you seen my mom, etc. The government has decided to ban the use of plastic bags. Again, this is for something that happened recently, right? 4 people have died in a skiing accident at Mount Thomas. Another use. When we talk about these events in more detail, we use the past tense. Remember, when we talk about details, when we want to give more information about that event that happened, we will have to use or we may need to use the past simple. For example, have you heard the news? Wendy's had her baby, it's a boy. Oh, she had the baby at the St. Paul's Hospital. Oh, she had it yesterday or this morning or like that. I mean, if we want to give more information about the situation we're discussing, then probably we will have to do it using the simple past. Another example, the government has decided to ban the use of plastic bags. This decision was made this afternoon in the capital. Here I'm also using passive, but it's just past simple. 4 people have died in a skiing accident on Mount Thomas. The bodies of the skiers were found this morning. Okay, what am I doing here? Again, using passive voice. But remember, this is because these are like news. I mean, most of the time we read the news or we listen to the news or yeah, we read them in the newspaper or in an article or whatever. It's very common to find the passive voice in past, in present perfect, in whatever tense. This is because the news are focused on what happened, not necessarily on who did the action, right? Okay, past finished actions. When we use the present perfect this way, we are focusing on the result of a completed action. For example, she has finally arrived. What is the complete action? That she arrived. And the result of the complete action, that she's here now. I mean, there are many different ways to express something. I'm just trying to show you the way you can use the present perfect to refer to something like this, right? Max has bought a new car. Completed action, buy. Result of the completed action, he has a new car. So, for example, let's talk about this one. Max has bought a new car. I can come to you and tell you, oh, Jose, did you hear? Max has bought a new car. Or I can tell you, Max bought a car. Or I can tell you, Max has a new car. I'm using different tenses, but all of them mean exactly the same. So it depends. This is like up to you, the way you want to say it, right? But since we're talking about something that happened recently, or as I said before, that it started in the past, but the effect is in the present perfect is very common to talk about this type of situations. It has stopped raining. What does this mean? What is a complete action? That is stopped. What is a result of the completed action? That isn't raining anymore. Do not confuse this way of using the present perfect when explaining the duration of unfinished situations. Remember, the present perfect is never going to be used to talk about, let's say, exact times or durations of things. I mean, we can use since and we can use for to refer about the time the situation started. I mean, I can say, oh, he has waited for his pizza for 20 minutes. That means that 20 minutes ago, he asked for his pizza, but I'm not saying that the waiting time is done because he's still waiting. Remember, when you're talking about finished situations, then you will have to use the past simple. You can use expressions to talk about the time, like from the situation started till the present, but remember, that doesn't mean that the situation is over. We use this type of expressions to say the time it had is passed, to explain how long you have been waiting, etc. Like from the beginning of the event till the present. They are not done. They are not finished, right? For example, he has been here for 20 minutes. He's still here. And 20 minutes ago, he arrived. So he has been waiting for 20 minutes. I have known Jim for 7 or 8 years. It means that 8 years ago, I met Jim. It has been raining all day. What does that mean? That it has started raining since the morning and it is still raining in the present, right? So remember, the present perfect tenses, continuous or simple, they show us, we can use it, we can talk about duration, but situations that are unfinished. What does this mean? That they're still going on. If they are finished or concluded, then you will better use just past simple. For example, if I say he has been here for 20 minutes, it means that you are still there. And 20 minutes ago, you just got here. But if I say he waited for 20 minutes, it means that the wait is stopped. I mean, he already finished waiting and he's done with whatever he wants to do. Yes?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, now explaining the present. In English grammar, there is often more than one way to describe a present situation with a very little difference in meaning. For example, the sun has set, night has begun. It is now night, it isn't day anymore. That's what I told you before. I mean, there are many, many different ways to express something that happened in the past. For example, here as it says, the sun has set. What does it mean? That it's night. So it is the same as if we tell you, oh, it is night now. Or if I tell you it isn't day anymore, or night has begun. I'm using different tenses, but all of them mean exactly the same. It is completely up to you the way you want to say it. Example 2, the baby was woken. The baby isn't sleeping anymore. The baby is awake. Example 3, Jessica and Ben aren't married anymore. Jessica and Ben have gotten a divorce. Jessica and Ben are divorced. The three of them are exactly the same, but they are saying different ways. Here, this is like used in present, aren't married. This is used in present perfect, have gotten a divorce. And this is again in present, are divorced. So as you can see, different tenses can show me exactly the same, can give me the same meaning. Okay, so basically this is kind of a review of the same topics we have been working with, but it's important because sometimes we can get confused, so it's okay to practice with them. Okay, I have shared this topic with you, so I'm gonna ask you to please open it and go to the first part here, 8.1 connected the past and present. And it says in number 1, are the verbs in blue in the following sentences finished or unfinished actions? What are you gonna do here? You're gonna identify if these events, like the sentences, are situations that were concluded or that are still like going on, are still in progress, okay? So that's it. You're just gonna decide if they are finished or unfinished, okay?
Okay.
Tell me please when you finish with this part, guys.
Yeah.
Ready.
Excellent. Okay. So remember, it was just sing, finish, or unfinished. So tell me, Susana, the children have gone to school.
Finished.
Why finished?
The first.
No, the letter A. The children have gone to school.
Unfinished.
Finish. Why? Because I don't know if you change it. So I want you to-
Yes, because you asked me twice.
What, Susana?
Sorry.
So, no, I mean,
I think it's finished, teacher, isn't it?
huh?
I think it's finished, like Susana
I
said.
think too that.
But they're still at school. If I say the children have gone to school, it means that they're still at school.
They are still in the school, but they
I did when?
don't have
Already.
in the house.
Exactly.
They
But
don't.
we don't actually know where we're asking this, where is this sentence going on? I mean, so it's like, it's unfinished because the kids are still at school. If I say, oh, the children went to school, it means that they're not at school anymore. But if I say the children have gone to school, it means that they're at school yet. I mean, still school.
Okay.
A little confused,
Yes.
It's a little confusing. Okay.
confusing, a little confusing.
Let's continue and let's see how did you do with the rest of them. Okay, Alondra, letter B. It has been raining for 3 or 4 hours.
Unfinished.
Unfinished, very good. Jose Valenzuela, the traffic light has turned green.
Finished.
Okay. Okay, I got your point. I got your point with the first one. So if you said, for example, here that, okay, I think you were imagining like having the mothers talking about the situation, mothers at home talking about that the kids are at school, right? Like that. So yeah, maybe it could be a finish. I mean, it's because it is unfinished if we're focusing about the school part. Because if we're talking about the school, it means that it is unfinished because they're still at school. But if we're talking about that they were at home, for example, but they are not anymore, it means that there is a finished action because they're at school. I mean, they're not at home anymore. Is that how you felt it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it's good. Now, letter D. Guillermo, it says the elevator has been broken for a while.
It's unfinished.
It's unfinished because it is still broken, right? Okay, Jose Ruiz, it says the government has banned plastic bags from stores.
It's finished.
It's finished because it's a decision that has been made, right? Very good. Okay, I got it. I got you. Okay, Susana, F, I've known you for 10 years.
Unfinished.
Unfinished because I still know you,
Yeah.
right? Very good. Okay, we got it now. I think we are in it. Alondra, G, the supply of water has been polluted.
Finished.
It's finished, very good, because it's done. Okay, letter H, Jose Valenzuela, my phone's battery has died.
Finished.
It's finished because it's already off, right? Very good. Letter I, Guillermo, I have been really tired all evening.
It's finished.
But say I have been really tired, it means that you're still tired. So
Okay, it's unfinished.
it's unfinished. Jose Ruiz, you've had a cold since last week, haven't you?
I'm finished.
Unfinished because you're still sick. And the last one, Susana, it's been snowing all morning.
Unfinished.
Unfinished, right? Very good. Okay, guys, you were right. Sorry, I was the one confused because I don't know why I thought that we were going to have the past simple tenses here, but no, it's not like that. It was just about noticing the effect of the situation, right? So if it was a situation that it was still going on, so then it wasn't finished. But if it was something that was concluded or kind of concluded, it was finished. So very good. Thank you for that observation. Okay, let's go to the second part. And the second part says, Write other two ways, no, sorry, write other ways, it doesn't say two. Write other ways to explain the present situations using the present perfect. Use each verb once. For example, go, wake up, return, ban, use, up, stop, plan, get by, open, break, and unplug. Okay, for the example, it says in here, David is at Starbucks. How can I say the same, but now using present perfect, because it says in here that I have to use present perfect. So then David has gone to Starbucks, right? Because he's still there. Okay, so what are you gonna do? Again, you're gonna repeat, you're gonna choose one of these verbs and you're gonna make sentences in present perfect, keeping the same meaning of the original sentence. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah, which is clear.
Okay, so I don't think we're gonna have time to finish. So please start and do it and finish it like in this class, and then tomorrow we're gonna check it, okay?
Okay, it's for homework.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just you have 6 minutes. You can start it now and then you won't have homework. Or if you want to do it later, you can do it whenever you want. Sorry, we're gonna check it tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. So guys, I'll leave the session because we're gonna check this exercise till tomorrow. So please finish the part for tomorrow's class. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.